Captain Ibrahim Traoré is a Burkinabe military officer who has been the transitional leader of Burkina Faso since a coup d'etat on September 30th, 2022. Ascended to power at the age of 34, he became the world's youngest serving head of state. His rise came at a time of profound crisis for the nation, which was grappling with a rampant jihadist insurgency that controlled large swathes of the country, leading to widespread displacement and economic turmoil. Traoré's leadership is characterized by a strong Pan-Africanist and sovereignist stance. He has articulated a clear vision of breaking away from neo-colonial dependencies and charting a new course for Burkina Faso based on national dignity, self-reliance, and security. His style is direct and action-oriented, and he has successfully mobilized significant popular support, particularly among the youth, who are drawn to his patriotic rhetoric and his focus on delivering tangible results for the Burkinabe people. A vision for a sovereign nation. Praise for Traoré's 5 transformative projects. Captain Ibrahim Traoré's tenure is rapidly being defined by a series of bold and visionary projects, each a powerful testament to his commitment to forging a truly sovereign and prosperous Burkina Faso. His leadership is not merely about governance. It is about fundamentally reshaping the nation's destiny. 1. Agro Sovereignty and Food Security Initiative. At the heart of Captain Traoré's vision for Burkina Faso is the ambitious goal of achieving national food sovereignty, a direct response to years of food insecurity and heavy reliance on imports, which have been exacerbated by regional instability and climate change. This initiative is a multifaceted strategy aimed at transforming the agricultural sector into a robust engine for economic growth and self-sufficiency. Key objectives and implementation. The Offensive Agro-Pastorale Politique 2023 to 2025. This is a formal government program driving the agro-sovereignty agenda. It is a comprehensive plan with a significant budgetary allocation aimed at boosting production across agriculture, livestock, and fisheries. Subsidized inputs and mechanization. A core component of this offensive is the provision of heavily subsidized fertilizers, high-yield seeds, and pesticides to smallholder farmers. This is coupled with a major investment in agricultural machinery, including tractors and processing equipment, to modernize farming practices and reduce manual labor. Water management and land development. Recognizing the challenges posed by an arid climate, the government has launched numerous projects to improve water management. This includes the construction of new dams, the rehabilitation of existing reservoirs, and the promotion of irrigation techniques to ensure year-round cultivation. Efforts are also underway to develop new arable land, to expand the country's production capacity. The Bobo de Lasso tomato processing plant. This project is a flagship example of the government's value addition strategy. By processing locally grown tomatoes, the plant aims to drastically reduce post-harvest losses, which have historically been a major issue for farmers. It also seeks to capture the domestic market for tomato concentrate, a staple in Burkinabe cuisine that has traditionally been imported. Reported impacts and future outlook. Early reports in government communications indicate a significant increase in the production of staple crops such as rice, maize, and sorghum. The popular mobilization around this initiative, with citizens actively participating in farming and land development projects, has also fostered a strong sense of national unity and purpose. The long-term success of this initiative will depend on sustained investment, effective water resource management in the face of climate change, and the ability to build resilient value chains that benefit farmers directly. 3. The Liptako Gourma Authority and regional security. Recognizing that sustainable development is impossible amidst insecurity, Captain Traoré has been a key architect in the revitalization of the Liptako Gourma Authority, LGA, a long-standing but recently dormant regional body comprising Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. Key objectives and implementation. The Alliance of Sahel States, AES under Traoré's impetus. The LGA has been transformed into a more robust security and economic pact known as the Alliance of Sahel States. This alliance represents a significant geopolitical shift, with the three Sahelian nations, all led by military governments, forging a path independent of traditional Western security partners. Joint military operations. The primary focus of the AES is to conduct coordinated and joint military operations against the various insurgent groups that have destabilized the tri-border Latako-Gurma region. The alliance allows for cross-border hot pursuit and intelligence sharing, which were previously significant operational hurdles. Mutual economic development. Beyond security, the alliance is also a vehicle for mutual economic development. The member states are exploring joint infrastructure projects, such as road and rail networks, and are working to harmonize their trade policies to boost regional commerce. The shared vision is to create a zone of stability and prosperity in a region that has been synonymous with conflict. Reported impacts and future outlook. The formation of the AES has been met with widespread popular support in all three countries and is seen as a proactive, African-led solution to a regional crisis. Reports suggest that the joint military operations have had some success in disrupting insurgent networks. The long-term impact of the alliance will depend on its ability to sustain its military momentum, secure funding for its development projects, and navigate the complex geopolitical landscape of the Sahel. For local industrialization and made in Burkina, a core tenet of Traoré's economic philosophy is the need to move away from a model of exporting raw materials and importing finished goods. The government is actively promoting a vision of a self-reliant economy through a concerted push for local industrialization. Key objectives and implementation. Promotion of local processing. The government is providing incentives and support for the establishment of local manufacturing units to process Burkina Faso's abundant raw materials. This includes the ginning of cotton to produce textiles, the processing of fruits and nuts, and the manufacturing of construction materials. The Consamens Local Campaign. This is a nationwide public awareness campaign to encourage citizens and government institutions to prioritize the purchase of locally produced goods and services. The campaign aims to foster a sense of economic patriotism and create a guaranteed market for emerging local industries. Support for small and medium-sized enterprises. SMEs, the government has launched several initiatives to provide financing, training, and technical support to local entrepreneurs and SMEs, which are seen as the backbone of a vibrant and diversified economy. Reported impacts and future outlook. The Made in Burkina movement has seen a surge in national pride and a growing consumer preference for local products. New small-scale industries are beginning to emerge, particularly in the agro-processing and textile sectors. The long-term success of this industrialization drive will require overcoming significant challenges, including access to affordable and reliable energy, the development of a skilled workforce, and the ability of local products to compete with established imports in terms of price and quality. Five, infrastructure development and Pan-African partnerships. Addressing Burkina Faso's significant infrastructure deficit is a critical component of the government's development strategy. Improved infrastructure is seen as essential for connecting producers to markets, facilitating internal and regional trade, and improving the quality of life for citizens. Key objectives and implementation. Road and rail networks. The government has launched an ambitious program to construct new roads and rehabilitate existing ones to improve connectivity between the country's major urban centers and rural production zones. There are also ongoing discussions about reviving plans for a rail link to neighboring countries to create a more efficient trade corridor. The Danson International Airport. The construction of a new international airport at Danson, outside the capital Ouagadougou, is a priority project. The new airport is designed to be a modern aviation hub, capable of handling a larger volume of passenger and cargo traffic, thereby boosting trade and tourism. Shifting geopolitical partnerships. A notable aspect of these infrastructure projects is the diversification of international partners. While traditional partners remain involved in some projects, Traoré's government has actively sought new collaborations with countries such as Russia, Turkey, and China, as well as strengthening Pan-African partnerships. This reflects a broader strategic realignment aimed at securing financing and technical expertise on terms that are perceived as more favorable to Burkina Faso's national interests. Reported impacts and future outlook. Several road construction projects are currently underway, and the government has reaffirmed a commitment to completing the Danson Airport. These projects are already creating jobs in the construction sector. The long-term economic benefits of improved infrastructure will be substantial, but these are large-scale, capital-intensive projects that will require significant and sustained investment. The success of the government's new partnership model will be a key determinant in bringing these ambitious infrastructure plans to fruition.